What's going on, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes fans? It's your friendly neighborhood Sith Lord, Darth Kimchi. Let's do a show on how to mod a CLS squad. So get your roster ready, get them on your screen, and let's get it. Alright guys, before we talk about a CLS squad, I use them on defense. Let's go take a look at swgoh.gg. So this is what I highly recommend that everyone is getting on swgoh.gg to look at your defense. Now, do not scout. I do not scout my opponent on offense. I feel like it's cheating, but your defense is so beneficial to see. All right, let's take a look at round one. So I won all 3 rounds. The last one, the one before that, won all 3 rounds. So we'll do round 1 versus this Jedi Ainge. So we'll just go through real quick. So Jedi Knight Revan failed against my Dash Rendar. You got Inquisitors timing out against them. That was terrible. Karth versus Dash Rendar. Night Sisters beating them. That was a surprise. Good to see. You've got Gas beating my Savage squad. That to me is a win because my Savage squad is with crappy Sith. You've got SOKR failing against my Mara Jade and Palpatine Star Killer. That's great to see. You've got CLS beating them. CLS easily beats a Mara Jade squad, easily. You've got Sith Eternal failing against Gas. People always say you can solo Gas. No, especially with an amazing Datacron. It's not like that anymore. I see a lot of times Sith Eternals soloing fail. Duo with Wat Tambor failing. Trio, I'll show you another one in round 2. Right here. You got a nice Jabba squad. Having to pull that to beat my Gas squad, that to me is a major win. Alright, you've got Darth Revan failing against my CLS squad. This happens all the time. Every Grand Arena, my CLS squad is getting so many holds. If the holds they got were bricks, I would have a mansion right now. Alright, you've got Darth Revan failing. You got Dash Rendar failing. You have got Jedi with Luke Skywalker failing. He had to use another Galactic Legend. I try to mod my squad so well to where they're having to use Galactic Legends. Alright, use Jedi Master Luke to beat my Inquisitors. Wow, that's terrible. You can use Gidme for that. Alright, and you've got Wampa failing against my backwall Santa squad. They hold the line on the back wall for me. They're amazing. You've got Count Dooku losing to my Qui-Gon Jinn team. This is another good one. Bad Batch does not always beat Qui-Gon Jinn, especially if your Jedi Anakin's like 374 speed. His Echo could not outspeed my Jedi Anakin. Alright, because Echo goes first, and with the turn meter from removing all of their evasion up, Tech does not go second, so that definitely messes it up. Alright, having to use Jedi Master Kenobi and Cat to take out this squad, that to me is another win. Alright, you got Treya failing against Night Sisters. Okay. Alright, let's go see round 2. Alright. And you guys let me know in the comment section who uses swgoh.gg to learn about your defense, to make your defense better. You know, there's a lot of people who are following me who are coming up in the ranks. You know, Kyber is something different because you're going to have so many teams on defense and on offense. All right, so defense. Inquisitors failing there. You've got another Galactic Legend against my squad here. Okay. Padme taking out Qui-Gon Jinn. Okay, that's nice to see. Got to quit there. Very nice to see that Troopers are taking out Treya. Very nice. I've got Troopers. I'll definitely try that. You've got Dash winning against Night Sisters. My fleet's hot trash. I don't care if they win. Alright, this is another one. A 4-man squad with Sith Eternal losing against my Gas squad. R7 is no bueno. Should be no less than R8. Failing. Doesn't have the correct Datacron. This is a terrible Datacron. Level 3 Datacron, no bueno. You've got to have them maxed out like this. Now, of course, this is not for Bastila Shan. I don't care about that. It's the other stats. Look at the max health, the max protection. Another amazing Datacron that's a must for your Gas squad. Alright. Another Galactic Legend to take out another regular squad. This right here. Look at this. Look at my CLS squad. I have seen so many times in swgoh.gg Jedi Master Luke failing against my CLS squad. Many a times. Alright. Let's go to the board. Let's have some fun. So first off, when you climb up to Kyber, you should not have less than R5 for sure. All right, let's go to the wall real quick. All right, where's Grand Arena Wall? We'll show them on defense. So they go to my bottom wall. All right. So you see them right there. They're on my bottom wall. So like I said, relic level is going to be super important in your tune. Now, of course, it's a great thing that they've changed Datacrons to where it's only level R1, R3, and R5 instead of R3, 5, and 7. But Datacrons are super important. That's a big thing in your roster. You've got to build them. Then, of course, relic levels, super important. So, of course, yes, R7 on Chewbacca, I need that. I'm relicing so many tunes. No less than R5. All right, let's get in there. Take a drink real quick. All right. Hope it's a good day for all y'all out there. Let's take a look at Commander Luke Skywalker. Hope you guys got your CLS on the screen. Follow me along. All right. So a couple things we'll talk about is his leader ability. The most important thing is right here. Whenever an enemy resists a detrimental effect, rebel allies gain 5% turn meter. This is what makes them keep taking turns and taking turns. So I don't shoot for any kind of potency on any of the CLS squad except for Commander Luke Skywalker. His most important thing is because of Destined Strike. Right here on the bottom. All right. Nope, it's right here. And it binds all things. All right, right here on the bottom. Let's see here. Okay, so whenever Luke inflicts a debuff, he gains 10% turn meter, and other allies gain half that amount. So, of course, he's inflicting 2 debuffs every time he uses his basic and his special. So that's actually feeding the team turn meter. If it gets resisted, it's more turn meter. All right, so those are the main things to talk about on CLS. So, of course, he does get 100% tenacity in the beginning of the battle, but when he's on defense, he uses call to action as his first ability, so he leaves off that tenacity. All right, so stats-wise, we'll take a look at in a second, but we'll go over mods. So don't let anyone tell you how you're modding your squads is the wrong way. You know, they're not in your same shard. You mod them for what you're using them for. I haven't changed their mods too much at all. From climbing down from good old Chromium, they kind of have the same mods. I've just taken their mods to 6 dot and beyond. So secondaries nowadays with mods are so important. So 4 offense. He should have 4 offense. He is a massive damage dealer. Now, yes, early in the game, you could probably use 4 speed, 2 tenacity, 2 defense. So what I recommend is when you pull up your mods, filter for 4 offense, for offense, health, defense, tenacity. And whichever one you get the best secondaries out of for what you're trying to do, for what you're trying to use them for, definitely go with that. Don't let anyone tell you have to have 4 offense, 2 tenacity. It's what you get better out of secondaries, and it's how good your mod quality is. But we'll talk about some things. So first up, anyone that's a massive damage dealer, you got to 6 dot your mods. You've got to work on mods. They should now be taken to 6 dot and beyond. So now to me, secondaries are so important. When you're going to get to an end game status, I'm not end game, but I'm kind of like almost there. Well, not even really almost there, but I've had to sell so many mods. You know, we don't have a mod locker. Secondaries are so important. So defense is great. It's in his kit. It's got speed, maxed out offense. Down here, he's got defense. He got speed. There's no offense percentage. So to me, I like a lot of tenacity, offense percentage, speed. All right, down here, 24 speed. He's got potency. If that defense was offense percentage, would be fantastic. I don't really care about the primary too much, protection or health. I'm shooting for great secondaries. Right down here on the cross. So you can go potency. Like I said, I have them on defense. So I want Commander Luke Skywalker to be inflicting as many debuffs as he possibly can. So of course, I don't work on their mods too much. So if you had an offense primary, it would be great. But in the secondary, you should have a potency percentage for sure in the secondary. It's got speed, doesn't have any tenacity. Here, critical damage. So we'll talk about triangles a little bit more. Triangles, to me, I'm a big believer in critical damage on the primary, but it has to have 2 things for sure in the secondary: offense percentage and speed. Those are 2 of the major things I look for in the secondary. I could live with the other 2, the third and the fourth one is. Up here, you've got speed, you've got potency, defense is built in this kit, he's got offense, but not too much tenacity. So like I said, depends on what you're building them for. Now, of course, I would love to have a tenacity secondary set, more tenacity, but I'm working on so many mods. How I have them modded, you see the holds that I get. Health protection, you shouldn't be less than 50,000 of each. That should be pretty easily, especially with his relic levels. Speed, to me, is a big importance on Commander Luke Skywalker. So, of course, there are so many tunes that have to be so much faster. Echo, Dash Rendar, Mara Jade, Admiral Piet, tunes like that. So, to me, 319 is the higher level of the speed on CLS. I haven't seen a CLS over 315 speed in a while. So you guys comment below, how fast is your CLS? 319 is fantastic. He starts to get going, he inflicts debuffs, gets more turn meter. If you resist it, more turn meter. So try to put a lot of speed on him through the secondaries without using a 4 speed, just because he'll lose a lot of offense. Critical damage, gotta be maxed out. Potency, 83%. He does get a big boost from his kit, but I feel like, there's so much resisting in the game. How I have them modded, I'm sure it's a headache. Like I said, I don't use them for offense, they're on defense, so I'm sure that's a headache. Tenacity, 45%. That to me, it should be a little higher. So he's starting off with 145%. So to me, starting off, he could still be debuffed because he only has 145% tenacity. You need at least 100% more tenacity than someone has potency. So 145%, he does get a boost from Chupio. So he's probably around 165. All right, so I would love to have more tenacity. Like I said, depends on how you're using them. But damage, you want lots of damage. Almost 9,000 damage, okay? 9,000 damage, potency, tenacity, speed. Survivability just comes with the mods that you're gonna put them on him. So that's what I recommend focusing on. Speed, critical damage, potency is great. I've used them on defense, okay? Alright, so that's Commander Luke Skywalker. I don't want to make these shows just too long, just kind of simple modding. But you see how he is. All mods should be 6-dotted above and beyond. Alright, let's move on to Han Solo. So Han Solo to me is one of the best tunes in the game. He is the only tune that literally shoots first. He goes before everyone in the game. Mara Jade, anyone that has 100% turn meter, Wat Tambor, he can, stun Wat Tambor. He is important to go first. You can stun Rex, you can stun your opponent's Han, unless your Han is faster. So the faster Han Solo shoots first. Now, of course, when he does shoot first, the main thing I've used the CLS squad for is other CLS squads, gas, and Mara Jade with Palpatine lead and Star Killer. So you go after Mara Jade all in. A lot of times you can take out Mara Jade in the opening blows. You hit Mara Jade first. You go after Rex first to stun him. So very important for him to hit very hard. So we'll talk about that. All right. So for critical damage, there are so many tunes that need offense mods. So you can filter for offense. Or not, excuse me. You can filter for offense. Critical damage, he does not need critical chance. There's an overkill for critical chance. He does not need it. That's why I have the health secondary. So same thing, you want to make sure you are 6-dotting the square for sure. Speed, here, no offense percent in the secondary. So this is before mods going to 6-dot and beyond. It was just all about speed. Secondaries weren't a big importance. Now that I'm in a higher level of Kyber, it's all about secondaries. Secondaries are key. Everyone has the same tunes. Everyone can have the same relic levels, the same kind of good datacrons. It comes down to your mods. Your mods are what separate you from your opponents. All right, down here, no offense percentage in the secondary. Here, offense percentage, because he's a big damage dealer. You want him to hit hard, especially in the first opening blows. He shoots first. Then Chupio and Chewbacca assist. You can drop people pretty quickly. You can drop gas in the opening blows. Got to be offense percentage. Square, cross, maxed out. 6-dot above and beyond. Here, critical damage, no offense percentage in the secondary. So like I said before, without getting redundant, any tune that you want to do massive damage, those are two things that to me have to be in the secondary from now on. Offense percentage and speed if it's not in the primary. All right, up here, speed, flat offense. Offense percentage just does better with your tune because of the relic levels. All right, so some thresholds. Health protection, it just comes with, you know, what you're going to put on the mods. Speed, 277. Probably medium high speed. You know, you're not going to get Han Solo over 300 unless your mod quality is just super through the roof. 277. My Han's been one of the fastest Hans that I've faced out there. So 277. All right, critical damage got to be maxed out. And of course, damage, 7,700. He's doing massive, massive amounts of damage. All right. Okay, let's go talk about C-3PO. C-3PO to me, I have a very uniquely modded C-3PO. So remember, resisting turns into turn meter. Potency is only for Commander Luke Skywalker. So I have him modded 4 speed. You definitely want 4 speed. C-3PO, the more turns he take, the more exposed out there, the more translations out there. You know, you want him super fast, like Wat Tambor. You know, super, super fast support tune. All right, so got to be 4 speed and a 2 tenacity secondary. Because just like Wat Tambor, you want potency, you want tenacity, you want lots of speed. You want him taking turns all the time, resisting, not getting debuffed. All right, so let's go take a look. Okay. Health protection, as much as you can get. Speed. So he does get, what is it, a 20 boost from his kit? What is it? Yes, he gets 20 speed. So my C-3PO is at 300 speed. Now, I'm trying to get C-3PO in that, with the 20 boost, 315, 320, trying to get Chupio up to like 315, 320 to make them, that's just going to make him even nastier and nastier. So main things are, of course, potency. So I think he does get 10% from his kit. People will say, oh, why is your potency so low? Don't let people tell you that. Remember, it's about resisting. I want them to resist it. Now, of course, on offense, I had him over 120% potency. You know, I wanted to inflict a lot of debuffs. But now that he's on defense, I want the resisting. There's so... there's so much resisting nowadays that, you know, I want it to be resisted to turn to turn meter. But tenacity, I want that super high. So with the Chupio boost, he's probably about 150% tenacity. I've noticed a huge difference. All right, take a look at mods wise. So of course, that's why there's no 6-dotted mod here. He does not inflict any kind of offense at all. You just want tenacity, speed. Here, tenacity, speed. Here, tenacity, look at that, 10%, speed. Here, speed, maxed out tenacity. Here, now don't laugh. I know it's critical damage, but I don't have another better mod. My mod quality is just at the point where I've got so many tunes to work on. So it depends on the depth of your mod. So yes, I know he doesn't do any critical damage. It is just there for the speed and the tenacity. And up here, tenacity, speed. Okay. So that's what I love him to have. Very low potency, very high tenacity, as much speed as you can possibly get on C-3PO. All right. All right, next we're going to talk about Chewbacca. So Chewbacca, I don't have 6-dotted mods on the arrow or the diamond just because I don't like the secondaries in the mods. So loyal friend. So the guard is going to go to Han Solo, and you want to make sure that the other one is on Commander Luke Skywalker. Sometimes it can go on C-3PO. You've got to work on mods and proper modding and relic levels to make sure guard goes on Commander Luke Skywalker. That way, anytime that he's taking turns, Chewbacca's assisting. So guard can't be critically hit, immune to daze and stun, which is fantastic. All right, so anyone going with the tenacity build, you've got a 6-dot with squares. So a lot of different ways to mod Chewbacca. You can go for offense. I do think that he definitely needs a tenacity secondary set. For offense would be fantastic. For offense, for critical damage. If you're using them for offense. When I had them on offense, you know what? I'm lying. I've always had them all tenacity. I love my CLS squad. I used to hate how he used to get debuffed. He would be out the battle. He'd be stunned. I didn't like that. So I like all tenacity mods. But of course, you've got to 6-dot the square, of course. You know, speed's very important as well, but to me, 14 speed, he does assist anyone that has guard. But of course, 14 speed, there's no tenacity. Here, tenacity, speed, there's no offense. Here, no offense. It's got tenacity, it's got speed. These are old school tenacity mods to me that I wasn't caring about the secondary. So on a tenacity mod, one thing it should have in the secondary for sure, specialty mods like tenacity, potency, you want to see tenacity for sure in the secondary. And then I've got to have speed and offense percentage. So that moves up to 3 things that I must have in the secondary. Here, gotta be tenacity crosses on the Chewies. Gotta be tenacity crosses. But fight for the proper secondaries. So this one I'm definitely gonna replace it. I'd probably get to a point where I would sell this mod. There's no offense percentage and there's no speed. Up here, critical damage, speed, look at the offense percentage, look at the tenacity. This is a god tier mod for a tenacity mod. I would work on this mod more and more to 6-dot above and above and above. Take this mod as high as I can possibly get it. Up here, you got speed, it's got tenacity, but it's got no offense percentage. So how I have them modded, they are holding against JMLs. They get me so many holds. So if I work on their mods even better, I can only imagine. Health protection comes from relic doubles, comes from the mods. Speed 231 to me is a very slow Chewbacca, even though he does assist with anyone that has guard. So I definitely want to get him faster. Critical damage, got to be on the triangle. Tenacity, 165%. So same thing with Chupio. Chupio has, oh no, what's that? C3PO? Where's Chupio? Oh no, Chupio's last, sorry. Alright, sorry. Let's go back to Chewbacca. So Chewbacca's at 165%. Some people could probably say that's overkill. You're gonna get a big boost from CLS. So he's probably way over 180%, but I like that. My Chewies do not get debuffed. They're constantly assisting. They're constantly doing damage. So I like super high tenacity. So speed, tenacity, offense, your damage. He assists anyone with guard, lots of damage. All right, last but not least, we have got Chupio. So Chupio in his kit, he does get a lot of boost from I Must Tell the Others, from CLS, you see it there. All right, and then to me the most important thing with Chupio is Shining Distraction. I want him to, yes, he does assist anytime that anyone uses an ability right here. Whenever another rebel ally uses an ability, Chupio are called to assist anytime they use an ability, any ability. So of course, you can also mod him for offense. They definitely need a tenacity secondary set, so I always recommend that. Tenacity secondary set, but 4 offense on the Chewies. But to me, I like all tenacity builds. They are disgusting on defense. They're constantly taking turns. So like I was talking about, Shining Distraction to me is one of the most important things. Not really for what's going on up here. Yes, it does all debuffs on Chupio. They'll recover 50% protection, but I'm using this as his first ability. So does the computer. It's his first ability because of right here. Dispel all buffs from all enemies. That's huge. He's a dispeller. All buffs. And blind them for 2 turns. Blind is so super beneficial, but then if they don't get blinded, it can't be evaded, but it can be resisted. Remember, resisting turns into turn meter. So I like Chupio to be super fast as well. So same thing, Chupio's mods are better than Chewbacca because he assists whenever they use any ability, any CLS member. 17 speed, maxed out offense, flat offense. Here, 25 speed, tenacity, no offense percentage. Here, 20 speed, no tenacity. Here, tenacity, 14 speed, critical damage. Look at this mod right here. This is a mod that is another endgame mod. Throw it into a pit and we're gonna fight over it. Look at the offense at 8%. People put offense percentage in the primary. I don't recommend that. I'm a huge believer in critical damage in the primary, but it must have offense percentage and speed in the secondary, and it has tenacity. This is an amazing mod. I would give away, because offense maxes out at like 8.5. So you're losing 42% critical damage. Chupio is a massive damage dealer. You want him to hit hard. Here, speed, tenacity, offense percentage, another great mod. So health protection comes from relic levels and the mods. Speed, 298. I used to have Chupio at like 315 speed. So at 298, like I said, you want him to go pretty quickly to put up Shining Distraction. If you get up Shining Distraction, it gets really hard to do that because you get blinded. If you resist, it turns into Turban. It starts to get pretty nasty. Tenacity, starts to get nasty. Its tenacity is at 158%. Super high as well. To me, I don't think it's overkill. I used to run with, offense, 2 tenacity. I've tried it, not for very long, but I've tried it. I wasn't getting any holds. The holds I used to get went away, so I switched them back. To me, all tenacity builds, but you gotta look for certain things like mods like that. Max out the square. This that has to be tenacity. All right, so tenacity 158%. Look at the damage, almost 9,000. All right. So that's basically kind of easy modding on what to do with the CLS squad. That way everyone can kind of take this video and kind of just learn from it. All right. So I hope that was a pretty easy video to follow along with. Hope you guys are modding your CLS squad very well. So on offense, easily take out gas. You want to target Rex first. That way he doesn't speed up the team and put tenacity up on everybody. Shoot Rex first, then it's easy from there. You can drop gas pretty quickly. If CLS goes in to call the action, the Chewbaccas are going to assist. That's big hits right there. CLS can hit him, and then gas drops from there. Against Mara Jade, those are 2 of the main squads that I use them for, big squads. You're going to go after Mara Jade first. A lot of times people don't, take Mara Jade to above R5, and their mods usually aren't insane. So you can drop Mara Jade with just the opening rounds from a CLS squad. Han shooting first, the Chewie's assisting, Luke Skywalker will clean her up. So like I said, guys, hope this video was super helpful. Way more videos to come. Maybe down in the comment section if anyone wants to see another squad that's very important to them that you want to see modded, let me know. Next I might do either Gas, a Palpatine squad, Dash Rendar squad, maybe even an Annie Go Boom squad. You guys let me know in that comment section. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you blast that like button. Keep on sithing. Until next time, Darth Kimchi signing out.